Hi, my name is Becca Hall, and today is September 5th, 2013. My mom once gave me the best advice. As I was coming up on my third year of college, I was feeling as though the major I was in was not what I was called to do anymore. I was really struggling with the fact that I didn't want to become an elementary teacher anymore because teaching was all I knew and all I had experience with. But for some reason I felt that I needed to do something else, but something I could still work with children. It came to me that I wanted to be a pediatric nurse, but with science not being my strong suit, I knew I would have a long and tough road ahead of me. So I went to my mom with my burdens, and she told me exactly what I needed to hear. She said, "Becca, just because teaching comes natural and easy doesn't mean that it's what you need to do. The easy road is not always the right road." So, taking my mom's advice to heart, I went to school the next week and changed my major. I'm sure everyone has been forced with a hard decision to make during their lives. This, for me, was one of my hardest. However, I know it was for the best. Getting to know me will be quite easy. You will learn a lot about me through a series of events during my life, the main three being my salvation story, my wedding, and the adoption of my 3 dogs. Learning these 3 events will give you a big picture of who I am. The first event that I would like to share with you today is how I accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior. I began going to New Spring Church in 2003. I was very involved with my youth group and loved my church family. I got saved at New Spring and rededicated my life to Him in my senior year of high school in 2009. On September 20th, 2009, I was baptized alongside with my best friend. From that day on, I have lived for Him. Every good thing that has happened is because of Him, and I strive every day to be a good example to my family and friends. Putting God first is not always an easy task, but it does pay off when He points you in the right direction of your future husband. My wedding day was the most beautiful and joyful day I have ever experienced. Marrying my best friend, soulmate, high school sweetheart made me the luckiest girl in the world. Jimbo and I met in December of 2006 at youth group. I knew that that God had put him in my life for a reason. We dated all through high school, and in September of 2010, after we graduated, he asked me to be his wife. 10 months later, we got married on July 14, 2011. It was the best day of my life. I love celebrating with all of our friends and family. We were married at the beautiful mansion called the Wilhite House in Anderson. If I would have known where I would be today, the day I met my husband, I would not have believed it. Having a family, whether it's with fur babies or real babies, has brought me the most joy. Adopting 3 dogs might have not been my most sane moment, but it sure has created some of the most precious memories thus far in my life. In July of 2012, we moved into our first house and adopted our first dog, Bo, from the animal shelter. He is the sweetest and most gentle dog you will ever meet. In August of 2012, we adopted our second dog, Zoe. She is feisty and sweet and full of energy. In February 2010, everyone thought I was crazy when I adopted our third dog, Nora, our biggest baby, who is a Lab and Great Pyrenees mix. Since I have adopted our dogs, Jimbo and I have become huge supporters of our local humane society. We try and volunteer with the animals as much as possible. Our dogs have brought us so much joy, and we want to encourage others to save a life and have the same. As you can see, I am easily summed up as a Jesus-loving, married youngin' and a crazy dog lady. You may not know every detail about me, but you know the most important events in my life: my salvation, my wedding, and my dog adoption days. I hope you have enjoyed learning about me from these snapshots of my life. If I had to pick something that would help you remember me, I would choose this quote: "Live simply, laugh often, and love deeply."